What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and today's news video is going to be a little bittersweet. We have more information on essentially the end of this anniversary event, but if you guys didn't know, today was the last official, at least that they have slated for the time being, the last official planned live stream for the Danmachi Memorial Freeze game by Right Flyer Studio. So at this juncture, we pretty much are kind of just on autopilot for a bit. Now, we'll talk about the full roadmap coming up here shortly, and there is good news on the horizon. So don't get too, bogged down by that. I know I've been covering a lot of Dankuro, and that's just because it's the brand new game. It just came out. We do have a lot of story event and all that kind of stuff, and I really do need to finish the 6th anniversary story. And we'll get to all that here shortly. There's new story elements coming. There's all kinds of stuff that's going to be happening here while they kind of, ramp down the game. But there's still a lot more game to come, so we'll kind of cover that here shortly. So what's coming for the rest of, I guess, tomorrow through the end of the anniversary event? So this saga is going to get its conclusion, and there we go. So extra story available. So this will be starting tomorrow night. The additional episodes 3 to 19 White Fantasy will be released as part of the Heroic Horrors. Be sure to check out the final episode of Danmachi 6th anniversary event. And we are getting new units as predicted. We are getting a new Leafia. These units are basically designed for the anniversary, not for the Argonaut story. So we are getting a new Leafia. She is an assist. And I apologize, it is a bit grainy footage, but HP is 1358. All stats are 420. Noise. And her agility is 648, which is a really high agility stat. Now, what does she do? Okay. She is an assist, like I said. At full maximum break, she's a foes plural. Agility, physical resist, and magic resist down 15%. It's a lot of actions down 15%. Self, strength, magic, and agility plus 20%. And 4 instant effects when attacked, allies, physical, and magic resist plus 40%. That's actually really good. For 2 turns, can happen once per turn. So essentially, you can get that for 4 solid turns. That's really, really good. Like, that is a fantastic skill for this unit. We are also getting a new Philvis. And she is going to have a 1226 HP, 267 physical attack, 665 magic, which is really high magic attack. Yeah, and that's like her highest stat. So 419 agility, 280 endurance, 474 dex. So really her magic stat is kind of her biggest thing. Stat-wise and skill-wise, she is going to be a critical rate and penetration rate down 30% on foes. 3 instant effects when attacked physically. Emphasis on physically. Allies add 1 physical nullification. And remove magic debuffs. Can happen once per turn. So in essence, she gets 3 of those once per turn. So another really good skill, though I do think, honestly, in my opinion, Leafy is better. But these are definitely war games types of builds. This will be the last brand new. Well, no, not even, because we'll talk about that here momentarily. But this is the last banner of the anniversary. Now, what we talked about before is that there may be some new banners for older units, or there may be, there's going to be rebalances. They may give you some like heroic trial versions of some older units or something like that. Maybe even whole new units for old banners we've had, or for old events we've had and things like that. And that looks like what's actually on the horizon, but we'll get to that here in a moment. Get a time limited. So these units are time limited. 4-star unit guaranteed on the 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th draw. Again, it's 2 units and 10 draws. I was not expecting them to be time limited. I guess I probably could have presumed that. But fantastic units nevertheless. And both assists. So, for people like me who are a little low maybe on Iris, it's probably time to start looking at what we're going to do here. So, an epilogue to the Danmachi JP 6th anniversary event releases on 9/14 at 11 says 11 a.m. That's Japanese time. That'd probably be like, 10 p.m. Our time, or 10 p.m. my time. I'm Eastern time. So in 2 weeks, essentially, it'll be interesting to see what that's about. An all-new 5-episode short story. So there's literally an epilogue to this event that is going to be available at that point. So all new stuff. They're just really going to let this just kind of run its course and go to town. We recommend you check it out after completing the other JP anniversary story content. So obviously you're going to need to make sure that you complete the current story, which I shamefully haven't done. I really need to do. Here's the biggie, okay? What's next for Danmemo? This is the kind of big question that everybody's been asking. So, Memoria Feast Rerun Tales, Part 1, starting at 9/14, we are getting Grand Day. That is the very first anniversary event. It's not canonical. It's really it is what it is. It's very short compared to other anniversary events. But at the time, we had just gotten the English version of it. We didn't even have the Asian or obviously the Japanese version, but they didn't have the Asian or European versions of the game. Nobody really knew how far this game was going to go. I don't honestly remember too much of the story. I remember a little bit of it. It was nothing compared to the stories that came after it, I'll be honest with you guys. But it'll be fun to go back and revisit that, and it gives us a great opportunity to bring that story back into the fray, and we'll kind of do an entire, here's the entire story laid out, and we'll start putting those back on the channel like I've been talking about now since the beginning of this anniversary and haven't had time to do. But we've had several of the anniversaries going on at the same time. But we'll finally get around to doing this. We'll get all the Grand Day story up, and we'll start with the first anniversary, working all the way up to this final 6th anniversary event. We'll get all the anniversary stories on this channel for posterity's sake. Because once the game sunsets, I realize they're going to be gone, and we'll need somewhere for those to be. So these stories are going to be held here for as long as this channel is allowed to exist. And then I'll have my physical archive of these. I'm going to store them on a hard drive, physical hard drive of my own. And that will just be, we'll put that on the internet somewhere if this YouTube channel ever goes belly up. We'll do something, because these stories are way too good to just kind of let go by the fray. Battle content. They're going to have the normal stuff. Familia Rush, Final Master of Wargame. So this is a final Master of Familia Wargame. And that looks like that's going to happen sometime here between summer and fall, so expect that to be coming pretty quick. There'll be Familia Rush. So there's a Familia Rush, then Final Master of Wargame, then Familia Rush, then Grand War. And that is all going through winter 2023 to 2024. And it looks like currently they have slated at least to the end of the year, maybe even into January a bit. So don't worry, guys. There's a few months left still of the game. We've got plenty of time to make some of these archives that we need to make. So here's what I wanted to get to. New 4-star units and outfits. So if you still have free-to-play currency left in the game, and I didn't farm all my currency, shamefully, so you probably may have some. I know, and I definitely have some. So we are actually getting new 4-star units. Now, don't expect new characters. What I expect are some... I don't even know what to tell you. But basically what they're going to do is they're going to revamp some characters. They're going to give us some new versions of old characters. There's just all kinds of stuff out there right now that they could really do, especially with some of these older characters. Give them some rebalances. Heck, at this point, it wouldn't even hurt to make some of the really, really, really just insanely old characters maybe relevant for the last few months of the game and just see what happens. At this point, what does it matter, right? That would be so awesome to see some of these units that haven't been relevant in 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, whatever, have them suddenly, now they're on level with units that we got a year ago or something like that. Maybe not even on level with the units that we got during the anniversary, because that'd be a bit unfair, but put them on just an even-ish playing field. See what would happen. That'd be pretty awesome. Tail and Gotcha reruns featuring major balance adjustments, like I said before. And like I said, they're going to start here with Grand Day, and we have plenty of stories that we need to cover. So I'm going to get on that. I essentially just every single night need to have my computer grinding out some stories for you guys, and I plan to get that done here really soon. I've got my laptop set up over here ready to do some. Going to have my main PC set up ready to do some. We're going to try to get as many of these stories on the channel as we can, so that's going to be a ton of fun. For those of you that have been enjoying this game for now, like myself, a little over 5 years, I came in right before Grand Day, basically not day one, but pretty darn close to day one for the game. So yeah, I've got a lot of memories here, so we're going to try to make the most of that. But moving on, Familia Rush, we don't have all the details yet. We should have them soon, and that is coming here in about a week's time, so you have a little bit of time to prepare. So starting tomorrow, Great Tale Orgian Story, however you pronounce that. Saga Extra Story. Heroic Chorus, Gotcha Prelude Postlude, Heroic Trials for the Postlude. We haven't even talked about the other Heroic Trials. I guess we need to do that. Ultimate War Game, August, September 1, Telskura Abyss, Season 16. And we're getting some 7th Zones. I am really hoping we get some multi-7th Zones here soon, because we built that solo team last week. I was really hoping this week we'd get a multi so we could test it out. So hopefully this coming 7th Zone will be an AoE 7th Zone, so that we can test that out. Iris Combo with another item on sale. I'm going to be frank here, guys. I'm going to be completely honest. I am canceling my monthly subscription. After, August was kind of like my last one. I'm not doing September. I am just kind of going to let the whole thing ride itself out, and then we'll just enjoy the game. I'll probably still drop some money here and there. I'm not going to go crazy like I had been in the past, but it's not going to be like what it was, at least for me. Like I'm a reasonable, rational person. But at the same rate, I do still want to kind of, enjoy and endorse this. But we've got Don Crow, which I actually have been enjoying a lot more than I expected to. So, maybe we'll kind of roll some of that over there too. We got to see how that goes. I got to play that a little bit longer, dedicate more time to that, and see how it goes. By the way, how have you guys been enjoying that other game? Because I know personally, I've been absolutely in love with the battle system. Really enjoying just it feels like an update to this game. It feels like a 2.0 version of this game, to me at least. But we'll see how the long term of that goes. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. I know there are things that need to be fixed, but like with this game definitely was never perfect, and we always try to do what we could to improve the game. Don't let that bog you down. If the devs care, the devs will fix it. And I know with Rightflyer, they cared a lot. They put a lot of time and effort into it, and sometimes we produced content and actually saw results. I don't want to say they actually watched my videos or anything. I'm not that conceited, but you never know. You never know. If they really want the game to succeed, they'll listen to the player base, and I'd like to think that Rightflyer did that for the most part. So very happy all together. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are enjoying. Like, comment, share as always. We'll be back with more Danmachi, Memoria Freeze, and more Battle Chronicle as well. All of the above. We're going to get some of these stories here back on the channel here, as many as we possibly can muster before the end of the year. But for now, I'll catch you guys for more of both of these games, and maybe some franchise stuff in general. Who knows? We got light novels and all that stuff dropping. Maybe we'll just have to do some read nights or stuff like that. Let me know what you guys want. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see going forward on this channel, because you're the reason that I'm here. You are the reason that I am here, and I can't make insane promises and promise the world to you guys, but I'll do everything I can in my power to show the kind of love and respect to this franchise as it absolutely deserves. So, see you guys again around real soon. I'm still a little choked up. It's surreal to say goodbye to this game, but we'll make sure we do so in style.